Hello everyone, it's Silver Kyle here, and I love YouTube. YouTube is one of my favorite sites. I'm always on it. It entertains me and it educates me. Like if I get stuck in a video game, I can go on YouTube, type in the game, and I can find a walkthrough or a let's play within seconds. And if I want to fix something, on my computer or fix something in my house, learn how to cook something, anything, I can find a video on YouTube explaining in detail how to do this. If I want to be entertained, if I want to watch fail videos, if I want to watch something funny, a person talking about one of my favorite movies, one of my favorite games, a let's play, anything like that, I can find usually the topic that I'm looking for. Somebody is going to post some kind of video related to that. It's amazing. I've been on this site now for 2 years, so I've been doing my own videos. I've gotten to know a lot of you. I've made some friends over YouTube. I do live streams. I've gotten closer with some of you, and I feel part of like the gaming community here on YouTube. So I love YouTube. However, over the last little while, Google Plus has just been doing a horrible job of, really ruining my experience. And I think a lot of you as well, your experience on YouTube. Google Plus is a site that should be on its own, and YouTube should be on its own as well. They should not be intertwined. There should be some kind of barrier there. I don't understand why Google is trying to do this. Like, they're trying to use YouTube's fame to create Google Plus in, like, instead of being a cheap imitation of Facebook or something, they're trying to like compete with Facebook by using the popularity of YouTube. And that is so wrong. I don't want to have to sign into two different websites, and I don't want to be going back and forth between two of them, because that's what you're having to do now. Before, YouTube, you had your own account. It wasn't tied to anything else. Then Google Plus came in and kept saying, okay, well, you need to have a Google Plus to do all these extra things. And then they merged them together. So you had to have, your own account on Google Plus and YouTube, and they were merged together. And then they started adding more. Before, it was just creating an account on Google Plus and then you could use YouTube. That's all it was. That's not a huge problem. Kind of okay. Kind of irritating, but all right. Then, if you wanted to change your profile picture or have a profile picture, you had to go to Google Plus and change it there. You couldn't change it from YouTube anymore. You had to go to Google Plus to do that. So for a long time, a lot of my people that I was subscribed to, and myself as well, didn't have like a profile picture. That's ridiculous, because YouTube didn't allow, because YouTube, you couldn't do it from YouTube. You had to go to Google Plus. Why would I keep wanting to having to go back and forth to do this? And now the comments in YouTube are all messed up. They're all just a crazy mess, and they're completely changing it there as well. And one of the worst things that I've recently seen is that in my inbox, I won't be able to check my inbox anymore from YouTube. I'm gonna have to go on Google Plus to check it out, because for whatever reason, they think that's a better idea. So if I go on YouTube and I want to see, who's commenting on my latest videos, because if I go to my video manager, yeah, I can see, my last few videos, who's commenting. But all my previous videos, I like to see every comment that everybody writes. So I like to see, the latest, anybody that writes a comment, I can go to my inbox and just see anybody that's replying. So now I won't be able to do that. I'm gonna have to go on Google Plus to then check my comments, and I don't know, go back to YouTube. Why does Google think that we want to do this? Why does it think that we want to have two, sites up at the same time, going back and forth between the two of them? That is just, that is so, this is 2013. This is the internet. The whole purpose of the internet is to make things easier, and Google is fucking that up. This is so ridiculous, and I do not understand why they are trying to do this. Google Plus is on its own. If you want to compete with Facebook, fine. Go ahead, do that. But do not use YouTube's popularity to do so, because you're going to ruin YouTube, and people are going to start leaving and they're going to try to find alternatives. Heck, Facebook might be able to say, well, we're going to create our own, YouTube thing that will be connected to Facebook, but you won't have to make another account on this thing. You can just post videos on Facebook, which people already can. But if Facebook decided to really invest money into making an awesome video uploading site, they could do that, and they could probably do it as long as they don't make you and force you to make a new account and go back and forth between the two of them. They'd be fine, and they'd be doing a much better job than Google is with Google Plus and YouTube. That is just a crazy mess, and I really hope that a lot of people start seeing this. Alpha Omega did a fantastic rant. His video is going to be seen. Hopefully other people in the YouTube community start doing this as well, because it sickens me. I cannot stand this. This is just, It's polluting YouTube, and I don't understand why. Google is one of the biggest sites ever, and YouTube is one of the biggest sites ever. Why do you need to compete with Facebook? Just be happy you have like two of the biggest sites ever. That's like, geez, that's so, it just pisses me off. So anyway, thank you for watching, everyone. Let me know in the comments below what you think about this whole Google Plus fiasco, because I think it's pathetic, and it just really gets under my skin. So once again, thank you for watching. You've been bearded and fucking bearded.